So yesterday we have completed the web services part, right? So today we will concentrate on our next level. So that is the fragments. Let first we'll create one project on the name of fragment. Then we will discuss about what is fragment and what are the steps that we will do. So for that here now, I'm creating one new project on the name of fragments. So MTV's activity. Then here I'm creating on the name of fragments. Right. So in this fragment, we'll see now what are the steps. Like fragment is nothing but it is the general meaning of the fragment is the piece of activity. So the piece of activity is nothing but it will be like whatever the screen we have. So that we can split into the pieces. Then from there, like we will create some different view. So that view, wherever we want on the UI, so there we can replace that view. So that we will see how that will be working here. So that we will concentrate here now. Then once it is done, then we will discuss about the life cycle, how that life cycle will be performing like activity life cycle, how this fragment life cycle will be there, that we will discuss. But once this project is coded, we will see that. Wait, it is taking a little bit time to load the project. Right, so here now we will see the fragment life cycle. Okay, we will start the designing of our user interface at least. So here now we will create linear layout. So I'm changing this constraint layout to linear layout. This is our regular layout, right? So the regular layout, I'm changing this. And here I'm adding the orientation for that. Right, so now here we will add the orientation. Vertical. So for this text to view, I'm changing the text as fragment XML. Right here, this is I'm changing as a fragment example. Fragment example. Right. After that, I'll take two buttons here. The button match parent wrap content ID for that particular button. So ID that I'll give as a load F1. So load fragment one. I'm giving this text load frag one. So we have to load fragment one here. So then for this, we will give some margin. 10 dp. Done. So then here now copy this button. I'll paste again. So here this we will change as a load F2. So here this text will change as a load fragment. Then after this here below, I want to take one different layout. As of now, we not use it. This is the frame layout. So I'm taking that match parent and match parent. And for this layout, I'm taking some background. So that is some background color I'm taking here. And for this ID also, ID, frame, some margin, 10 dp. Right. So this is our UI. So for this UI, now if I want to add an listener, we need layout, right? So I'm adding this layout here. No. Oh, sorry. This layout we have to add layout, right? Layout created. So now we will add the data binding in Gradle build. Here. Data binding enable equal to okay. Right, let us sync this. Right. So here now we will enable the data binding. So where binding column. So that is activity main binding. Equal to null. Then here binding equal to data binding util dot set context. Right here now we'll add the context. Done. So here now importing this data binding. Here also this also both we can import. Done. So now here binding dot. So once we click on that buttons, we have to write action right here. So load F1 dot set RT. Right, I'm applying the on-click listener for this. So for this button now I have to write that where. So that fragment transaction, we have to declare that fragment transaction. So that is a fragment transaction. Okay. Before the fragment transaction, we required fragment manager. So that fragment manager. Fragment manager. Fragment manager equal to, so sorry, colon fragment manager. So just we will declare this. Let it be. So the next fragment manager equal to. So here support we required support fragment manager. So for the support fragment manager, in this support fragment manager, okay, just we are declaring the fragment manager support. Then after that, we have to do some here we have to create one fragment. So var first frag. I have created a var first frag that is equal to, means this is the declaration. So first frag equal to here the fragment name. So the fragment name I'm taking as a first frag. So this is the name of the fragment, right? Now here with the reference of the fragment transaction. So we have to use this fragment transaction. Here we have to add that. So for that here now, here before this we have to add that fragment var fragment transaction. Fragment transaction. So var fragment transaction. This is the one, right? Where it is fragment transaction equal to above fragment manager. What we declared that fragment manager dot begin transaction. Just we are beginning the transaction. Now here what is a fragment transaction we are doing? That fragment transaction dot replace. Here we are replacing. So what we are replacing here? Replace whatever the view that replacing with r dot. What is the framework, right? On a framework, we are replacing in this place. We are replacing what we are replacing above. What is the first fragment we created, right? On that first fragment, what is the view that we are replacing here? Done. That finally, the fragment transaction dot commit. Then it should be done. So fragment transaction commit. Done. Now, with this name, we have to create one fragment. So fragment is also have one XML and one Kotlin file, right? So that we will create here. Now, from here now, I'm clicking on right click here. New fragment. So from here now, blank fragment. Or so different fragments as there, but currently we will take that blank fragment. Okay. So the blank fragment I have taken stuff is the first frag I have created, that is first frag, right? See now this is the fragment, it is loaded here. So fragment is also created on C. First frag, this is a Kotlin file is created in XML also. One file has created here. But this could not be registered in a manifest file. If you observe here in a manifest file, this could not, because this is not an activity, this is the view. So the views never uh, never required permission in a manifest file. Like activities require the permission, but views never required permission, right? I'm running. So first we will see the first fragment is displaying or not. So what this first fragment will contain here, now we will see. So that will contain something means yeah, it is having some text here. So the text will be displayed here, like hello blank fragment, something it has a text. So that text will be displayed on the fragment that we will see now. Yeah, it is connecting. Okay, now it is taking a little bit time. We'll wait. Okay, it is about to launch. We will see now. Just it is taking a little bit more time to launch. It is taking too much time. Why it is taking this much? We'll wait. Once it is done, we will add the second button also, similar code. We will rerun. It is something should stop in between. Now this time it will run quickly. No problem. Yeah, it is about to launch now. See now I'm clicking on this fragment. See here, blank fragment has created. Means whatever the fragment which is created, and that it is will be created. So what is the code is there in a fragment that we will discuss. Before that, now like I want to add for the second button also. So for the second button, we will add and we will see what is the code which is generated on there that we will see. So for that also same, similar, I'll copy and this code I'll paste here, right? So here just I'll change load F2, everything as same here. Instead of this first frag, I'll change that as a second. Here also just I'll change this as a second frag. So second frag, right? Then this will change second frag. So with this second frag, now again we will create one more fragment here. So I'm creating one new fragment. That fragment, again blank fragment. So I'm creating the blank fragment. Right. Now, while this fragment has creating here, now in the first fragment, we will do some modifications. So to our understandable, so this is the code it is generated in the first fragment, right? So first fragment, this is the first fragment. But in this, these all are not required currently. Like I'm removing unwanted data because first we try to understand what it is exactly. So this also not required. Even this override method is also not required. First method which we are considering that is required here on create view. This is the main method here. So this unwanted data. Right. So this is the this params also not right. This code is enough for this, right? This is the normal fragment. Here fragment also has like here instead of like uncreate here uncreate view will be created. It within uncreate view here. This is the written here now. So instead of this written now here we want to create here where. So I'm creating one separate view that is a var view. Within this view we have to pass this so that we have to use here. So that is a var view equal to. So implemented that here I'm giving written as this, right? So whatever previous before that, just I switch that into top and here I added like this, right? And then here now I want to add this here, right? So this is the so in this first fragment, this is the XML, right? So in this XML, there is a text view. It is created with frame layout. Now this frame layout I'm changing as our regular layout, that is a linear layout. So I have changed that as a linear layout. Here also I changed it. So for this, I'll give an orientation. So that is what, right? So this we will change as a wrap and height. We will give as a wrap, right? Within this now here, I want to take that one button match parent wrap content, one ID for this ID. So that is BT1 text. So from here, my intention has to move to the page from fragment to page. How is coming from page to this right? Here call activity. So from here, now I want to move to that page. So here this is right. Here button has created. For this, we'll give some margin as well. So margin by 20 something I have right. Now for this, we will apply the action here. So to apply an action here, now I'm coming with this layout, right? So data binding, Data binding will be created here. Now here first flag, right? Here should be. Here now we will declare the fragment. So the binding var binding equal to binding colon. So that is fragment first, right? What is XML name? XML name is the fragment first, right? Colon. So that is the fragment first. So fragment first binding equal to null, right? So this we have to import. Then here for your understandable, just I'll put this different like here. So that is the binding equal to. So that is data binding util dot. So that is the set content. This is our inflate. So inflate directly we have to write inflate. So that inflate here. Now we will write first one could be here. R dot layout dot fragment first. Then second portion could be here. That is the layout inflator. Second one is the layout ID. View group is nothing but here. So this is the container, comma, false. So like this we have to write. So this is the here. Once it is done here, now we have to write. That is binding dot. So binding dot get view, right? Binding dot root. So here. So this one here, the first it will change. Inflator will become first. So that is the layout inflator, right? So first here it will come inflator, comma, r dot layout dot. So container. So that is the inflator, then container false, right? This will come like here now. Done. So for this now here, within this now we have to write the bind, like binding dot. So then bt1 dot set on click list. This is the call, right? Set on click list. Right within this now var intent equal to intent of this at the rate. Here we won't write like that. So here simply we will write that this so that it will refer superclass from here. Now my dashboard something class. So my dashboard colon class dot Java. Then start activity of intent. So this is the right. So here. Otherwise we will write here get context. Get context. Get context means get and set is the context. So directly we'll write the context, right? So with this name now I'll create one activity right here. Right click here. Previously how we were created the activity like that. Here empty this activity. I'll create here this. Then click on finish. Right. Now what happens here? Once we click that particular button from the fragment, it will call to the next step. Right. That we will see now. Just once it is load, we will run this. So just almost it is created. Now we will run this once it is gathered build. Right, it is taking little bit time to create a project. Yeah, almost it is clear now. So we will, once it is done, we will run this. These all are extra scheme. I'll remove that so that it will quickly we can run that. I think we created something wrong activity. So that's the reason these all are coming. Let our regular activity only we will see that so that next step. So it simply will write that set content so that it will we can run quickly. So directly I'm creating this. So this is activity. Activity underscore my underscore dash underscore board board. Right, this will be the XML. Now here we will add one more place. these extras, I'll remove that so that we will clear. So I think this time will not allow now here. So tomorrow this we will run and we will see the output, right?